Well, hi there. It's so nice to see you again. Today we are continuing with our series on tenses. The tense of the day is the past continuous, aka past progressive. In this lesson, we will discuss how to form this tense. We will compare it with simple past. We'll talk about negatives and questions. And last but not least, we're going to do some practice. If you've been following this series, then you already know we always have to do a little bit of practice because practice makes perfect. All right, then, you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. The past progressive, also known as the past continuous, is used to talk about events that were in progress at a specific time in the past. For example, I was eating chicken nuggets at 7 p.m. That's very different from I ate a nugget at 7. No, this is mini nuggets, and you are in the process of eating those nuggets at that time. So this tense is so necessary because it gives us that little bit of extra context. We also use this tense when describing events that connected in the past. For example, one thing was happening and then another event interrupted it. For example, they were driving when it started to rain. It's important to keep in mind that we do have to use those words. For example, when or suddenly or all of a sudden in order to create this, to form this structure. So the structure for the past progressive is the same. I was watching television when suddenly the electricity went out or we lost power. So you have two events, one event in progress that was interrupted by another event. Now let's talk about how we form this tense. It's actually pretty simple with two main ingredients. You have the past tense of the verb to be, so was or were. Then you have your base verb plus ing. For example, I was dancing. You were studying. They were sleeping. Let's talk about the negative. Negative is always easy. We just add not after was or were. For example, I was watching TV yesterday becomes I was not watching TV yesterday. Let's talk about questions. How do we make questions? Well, questions are so simple. All you gotta do is flip it. Flip it real good. Flip it. Like you flip a pancake when you're making pancakes. I love pancakes. Anyways, we flip it. So that subject, an auxiliary verb, for example, she was waiting. We flip that subject, an auxiliary verb, and it becomes, was she waiting? Easy peasy, right? Now let's talk about the simple past versus the past progressive. For example, in simple past, I watched TV versus in past progressive, I was watching TV. So we know structurally these two tenses are different. But we talked about that earlier, how you can have one ongoing event and another event to interrupt that. And that is how past progressive and past simple can be in the same sentence. When we're talking about the past and we have more than one event, one ongoing, one interrupting, the ongoing event is the one in past progressive and the interrupting event is the one in simple past. Just keep that in mind. This was happening when this other thing occurred. This other thing in simple past occurred. You ready to test your knowledge? Let's do a little bitty quiz. Just a few questions. So I will give you the verb and you have to just put it into its past progressive form. Let's go. While our verb is cook, the phone rang. What is the past progressive form? Don't forget, we need our auxiliary verb, be, in the past tense. Was cooking. Great. While I was cooking, the phone rang. Number 2, our verb is pay in the negative. Attention when the teacher asked a question. Were. Great. They were not paying attention when the teacher asked a question. Ooh, that one was tough. Let's look at sentence number 3. Our verb is do. Here we have the subject in between our auxiliary verb and then the main verb of the sentence. And it's a question. What were you doing at 9 p.m. last night? How'd you do? Hopefully you crushed it. I know you did because you know these things. You already know them. And if you don't know them, it's okay. You have time. Write them down, practice them, try and get those structures correct, especially in the beginning, because grammar and accuracy are very important if you are in the early stages of learning. But I enjoyed that video. I enjoyed spending this time with you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Here's your homework. Write 2 sentences in the past progressive. And it can just be a sentence. I was waiting yesterday, or I was waiting at 6 p.m. It can be a simple sentence, or it can be that combination with both the past progressive and the past simple in one sentence. For example, I was cooking dinner when my husband came home. So try it out. Leave me a sentence in the comments section. I will read it. I would love to hear from you. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.